What's going on, everybody? So in this one, I want to talk a little bit about why are dealerships or shops that you're going to trying to sell you things that you don't need, or trying to sell you things that you don't come in for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright guys, so I want to talk a little bit about this topic here. A lot of people don't understand how the automotive field works, or how the playbook goes of the automotive field. So when you take your vehicle into a repair shop or dealership and you come in just for an oil change, or you come in just for checking out your brakes or whatever, maybe you just got to check engine light on. So why are your dealerships or shops charging you things, or really trying to sell you things that you don't need, say flushes or other services that you didn't come in for or you're not really concerned about? So what are the main things here in this video? I want to kind of come and touch on this is about the fact that when you come into your dealership, if it's that, especially if that's that type of vehicle, most those technicians in that dealership, it doesn't matter if it's Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Honda, Toyota, Lexus, it doesn't matter. They all have a certain service manual to go by, and whether it be 30, 50, 60,000 miles, they recommend certain services. And the reason why they recommend these services is for maintenance. These are certain maintenance intervals that you should go by. If you've ever heard the old story of the little old lady that just kind of has an old car and has low mileage, or it has a lot of miles and she's kept up with it, there's usually a reason behind that. Usually especially a lot of your older people, and not just saying older people as well, but a lot of your people want to actually keep up with their maintenance. And that's one of the main things, whether it be keeping your fluids changed, changing your coolant, changing your power steering fluid, changing your transmission or differential or transfer case, or keeping your fluids changed regular basis upon your intervals. Now, and a lot of times nowadays you have those intervals in your service manual or your owner's manual that's in your vehicle. If you don't have it, there's always copies online. You can find them, PDF copies and stuff like that. But for nowadays, there's usually a service interval, again, like I said, 30, 50, 60,000 miles or 100,000 miles. Usually it's just going to depend on the make and the vehicle, the manufacturer, of what they specify and recommend that you do. Especially when it comes to air filters and tires and brakes, that's another topic there. As far as that goes, you want to make sure that, a dealership isn't just going to charge you something for something that you don't need. A lot of your major vehicles now don't require you to service certain transmissions or power steering systems or other type of systems, and that's just going along with modern vehicles. Now, if you have a vehicle that has been that is serviceable, make sure you go by your owner's manual's intervals. Now, a lot of times your dealerships or your shops are going in and they're just suggesting things to you, telling you things that you don't really need, especially if you have low mileage. They're just trying to make an upsell. And the reason why I say upsell is because I'm an automotive technician in the field. And the reason why that is, a lot of times they don't make hourly. They make their money by the job. If the job only pays half an hour but takes them an hour, they still only get paid half an hour to do the job. I'll cover that another topic in another video. That's not for this video. But that's kind of like a quick breakdown there. And the reason why, a lot of these shops are trying to get you to buy these extra things is because that's how their service department runs. Whether it be a shop or service, they want you to spend that money. They want you to purchase these services to make sure that you keeping up with your maintenance on your vehicle. And that's really because of, once you start getting into your higher mileage, things start to break and tend to wear out, and they really do become more costly for you in the future. It becomes more less cost effective for you to in the future to really just kind of, instead of keeping up with that maintenance, I should really put this. You should really just kind of take heed to the warnings. If you're going to your shops regularly for your scheduled oil changes, because a lot of people just go in for the shops just for the oil changes, have them do an inspection on your vehicle. It's not just an emissions inspection. Most vehicles and dealerships and shops actually do a free multi-point vehicle inspection. Whether it be 27 point, it's just usually what most people call it is a multi-point vehicle inspection. And that's just checking out your tires, your brakes, checking your air filters, making sure they're clean, especially like your air filters and your cabin filter. If your air filter for your engine's dirty, your air filter is clogged up, and your engine's not going to be able to breathe properly and filter the air. Especially with your cabin filters, if your vehicle has one, then you're breathing in all that dust and debris and mold and everything else that goes along with it. It gets trapped with leaves, dirt and debris. Even seen rodents in the field of doing the line of work of being a mechanic. So that being said, should you really purchase all of these things? And yes, you really should keep up with your maintenance on your vehicles, but do you have to do it when they say to do it? Not necessarily. Just keep up with your maintenance schedules on your vehicle when you should. You really should. The reason why a lot of people tell you to do these brake flushes is because of your fluid. You can get moisture into the fluid. Whether it's a sealed system or not, brake fluid is hygroscopic, not hydroscopic, hygroscopic. It attracts moisture from the environment. You can get moisture in there. Your brake fluid's traveling through your brake tubes over the heat and time and everything else. It can break down, as well as oil and other fluids. They break down. They get contaminants from metal parts of your vehicle, whether it be your differential, transmission, transfer case, and all of those other parts. So there's a reason why they do tell you to service your vehicle. Now, you might see other people on YouTube telling you don't service these things, but you really should try to keep up with your maintenance on your vehicle. It's very important that you do. Kind of watch for certain signs. If you think you're having a problem, take it somewhere and have it looked at, or have it done by someone you trust and that's reputable, and not just some schmo off the street, or Bubba's cousin, uncle, whatever. So as far as keeping up with your maintenance, guys, there's a reason why these shops are trying to upsell you things. Do you have to do them? No, you don't. But take heed to the warnings and go by. As long as you go by your owner's manual and your service vehicle, you'll be just fine. Take heed to there's plenty of information across the internet, whether it be YouTube, across Google, whatever it is. There's plenty of information out there for you guys. And you as a consumer and you as a driver and owner of a vehicle, there's plenty of information out there for you to maintain your vehicle. There shouldn't be a reason why you shouldn't educate yourself in some type of way to keep up with your vehicle. Even the simple things, how to change a tire, how to change your brakes. There's plenty of videos out there. This is just a little insight for you guys out there that might be looking or might be having that issue. Maybe you're going in every time and they're trying to hit you with some type of service or something. That's usually how a technician makes his money and his living or her living, and as well as to kind of heed warnings and keeping up with your maintenance schedules, especially if your vehicle is under warranty. You want to make sure that you're keeping your maintenance, because if that's the case, of it comes back and says, hey, look, you're not keeping up with your maintenance, so we can't verify your warranty and we can't cover this part or portion under warranty. You really don't want that, because especially an engine or transmission, it can be very, very costly. It costs you a lot of money and a lot of your time, and your vehicle could be down in the shop and you may be without a vehicle, or what have you. So this is just a little bit of insights. I'll do some more topics on this kind of thing maybe later on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all the time I got for this one. Stay tuned for more videos. And till next time, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one.